They are asking questions, and not every auditor does this, but most auditors are asking questions to try to trick the person who's answering them. So it becomes kind of a test for the organization. And we develop the questions we believe they're going to ask based off of that scope to make sure that they don't get tricked. And a lot of companies don't do this. And what happens is the auditor comes on site, they throw their IT person in front of the auditor, and they are just completely ripped apart. And what a lot of people don't realize is this is not the government a lot of times coming out and auditing. This is a commercial organization. They call them C3PAOs, but they're in business to make money and get people certified. So if they have to come back out because the IT individual or the person that's answering the questions fumbled on a couple things or wasn't fully prepared, they're happy to come back out a second time, a third time, and bill more hours. So you take that typical audit cost of 25 to 70 grand, which the CMMC accreditation body has said, based off your organization's size, 25 is the starting point and 70 grand is how we're going to control what an auditor can charge. That is the first time they're coming out for that initial week with those 2 or 3 auditors. What we see happen is they catch them on a couple different things. They ask a couple questions early on. They realize where the skeletons are, where these people may be not as informed in. They ask that question and say, we're going to give you a 90-day period to remediate, or be able to better answer these 4 or 5 questions in order to pass you. And we'll be back, on this date, and they'll come back out for 3, 4, or 5 days. I'm not going to say every single auditor does that, but we've seen auditors use it to their benefit where companies have not done the preparation they need to do. And it ultimately comes back as not 25 grand for a small company, but then it becomes 50 grand and then it becomes 75 grand. They've reached that limit. And then the auditor says, all right, you're passed, but you blew your budget out 3 times what you thought it was going to be, plus all the preparation costs, which is its own budget that comes up where mistakes and pitfalls and come along. So